Hey y'all, welcome back to Mirror Expressions, where I share a little bit of myself with you all through my thoughts and my opinions and my perspective. And I invite you all to come in and do the same, right? And if you have looked in the mirror today and you are A1 with what you see looking back at you, drop me a mirror emoji down in the chat along with just a simple hey, hi, how you doing? That lets me know that you as my viewers are doing A1, that y'all are in good spirits, in good health, and I just love to see that, right? All right. Let me say this too, because if you are not, then as always, I encourage you to take care of your mental and do whatever you must to get back to a healthier you. So that when you look in that mirror and you see a reflection looking back at you, that it is the healthier version of yourself. All right, y'all. We are recapping and reviewing Married to Medicine Season 9, Episode 11, The Rumor Mill. I don't know why this look like one of always hang out right there, boy. You know, I don't never really notice it till I get on the camera. But anyway, we're going to keep pushing on through. And before we start, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button if you have not already. All right, let's get into it. So, we're back at the Hollis Slade party, right? Oh, y'all. And Kamitha, that's Toya friend. She just jumped up to go and handle Neela, put her in her place. Cause we all know Neela wasn't gonna do shit with her ain't gonna do shit ass. And so Neela hollering. She going back and forth with Toya now. And she's like, this is Anila saying this to Toya. You got her, what she say? Talking about the friend Zayna. You got her fucked up, or, I'm trying not to drop the F-bomb. You got her effed up. You just done effed up the whole community. And this used to be your friend. And Toya's like, how I mess up the whole community? Like the whole neighborhood. Like, housewife. And Toya's like, I don't even know her. So, Heavenly is we saw this last time. She fills Toya in on what has been said about, her supposedly sleeping around with these guys. And apparently it's coming from the Zayna chick, right? So Toya's just like, which one of y'all said that? I'll put my shoe in your mouth. And, so Zayna, she ain't owning up to it. She's like, I didn't say it. I just heard it. Right. So Toya, she gets up, she walk out. And y'all know she lit, right? She already lit. So she's just talking loud. You know how Toya can get when she be lit. And as she's getting up to walk out, I spot Dr. Contessa. So she was there the whole time. She was in the mix, y'all. I'm sorry. I think last video I said she wasn't there. She was probably out roasting them during marshmallows. But that's because I didn't really see her or recognize. She's changed her face so often with all that makeup sometimes. And not to say, don't misquote me. They're saying that she's not pretty, but she does. I think she's beautiful in however she does her makeup, but her whole face be changing sometimes. Y'all know that. But anyway, she was sitting over there too in one of them chairs. But so she was telling Toya she need to go tell Eugene what's up. So, anyway, so when Toya gets up and she's like, I think going towards the kitchen area. So the guys are coming in. And so she ends up telling Eugene what happened about the rumor. And so she ain't try to pull Eugene aside or nothing. Like I said, Toya was lit and she was just so she's telling Eugene about the rumor, right? And then from there, just chaos ensues. Everything just goes left, right? So she fussing over Toya, she's fussing at whoever's gonna listen. She done went to Eugene. She done went back to the ladies on the couch. She done went to Anila's mom. We're gonna start calling her mama Anila because I really don't know. I think they be posting her name, but I just ain't taking the time to write it down. So she fussing at mama Anila, like just whoever's gonna listen. And then the funny part about it though, at one point when she went back to the ladies on the couch, which was Zaina and Anila and all that, like she going that way, and Eugene didn't even move. It took Cecil to kind of come in and stand in between them, like, nah, Toya, don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eugene was kind of passive. He was being really passive. I don't know if he just didn't know to the extent, like, how upset Toya was, or he didn't know how to react in this situation. I don't know, but he was just kind of passive for me. He was a little bit passive. But anyway, so yeah, Cecil had to go on up in there. And it wasn't Eugene. So now Toya going off on about Audra. So she telling Eugene how Audra all in their business, done looked up their personal stuff, their information. And she telling the people like about the links and all that. And so now that activates Audra, right? So now Audra and Toya shouting at each other. Y'all, I'm telling you, this was just a whole mess. So then Audra decides she gonna invade Toya's personal space. So she all up in there, and she start chest bumping the lady, right? Yeah. So she start chest bumping the lady, right? That's Audra now, all up in Toya's space. So what she do there for? Go, baby. Toya just turned down and smushed the woman. Just, whoa. Just pushed that whole eye there, but I be doggone. And y'all, like I said, Eugene was just too passive the whole entire time. Like, when Toya and Audra were going back and forth at it, because it wasn't like how when Toya was going back and forth with Anila. Like, Anila was in the couch. Like, there was a whole lot of space in between them. And Toya was standing up out to the side, going back and forth. But with Toya and Audra, like, this is Toya and this is Audra, they already like this in each other's faces. That was the time, Eugene, for you to be like, nah, this ain't what we need to be doing. Come on, let's leave Toya, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know where the hell Martin was, but his ass wasn't nowhere around either. So anyway, so I think, I don't know, Eugene was coming from like a place, I don't be in the women business. And I keep pointing Eugene out versus so-called Martin. Because like I said, I don't know where Martin was. But Eugene was right there. Like, this is Toya, this Audra. And this Eugene, he was literally like right there and did nothing. Nothing. So, so they going there. So I think maybe that was it. He was trying not to be in the women's business. But at that point, it wouldn't have been at the women's business. Just be like, Toya, let's go. Let's go. You know, to try to de-escalate the situation. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, Toya smushes her face. And baby, Audra, she got them bows going. Baby, she trying to throw them. I don't think she landed there, but she was trying to throw them, and security just came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, dang. They knucking if you bucking. Like, dang, this how we doing? I don't think I'd have seen this since, what, the first season? And the fight out by the pool with Mariah. But anyway, they, I don't know. Eugene, I was trying to figure. So Eugene at that point, so they knucking and bucking, you know what I'm saying? Now Eugene wants to step in. I'm like, Eugene, you could have did that before. Like, you could have been de-escalated there, or at least attempted to de-escalate that situation. Kind of similar to how Damon did with Heavenly when they was at Simone and Cecil's house. And he was like, let's go. Like, this is it. We're leaving. We're not going to keep doing this. But so Eugene, he's just like, nope, nope, nope. Ain't nobody going to be in my wife's face. Get out my wife's face. I was just like, Eugene, she was already in your wife. your white face, and you just stood there like, make it make sense. Baby. Then Quan's auntie, she shut it down, baby. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. At first, I was wondering, who is this little bit ass lady trying to get Quan? Cause then she look like this for real. This was Toya, this was her. She was this short compared to them. And all I could see was somebody trying to hold her back, and she was, I was like, who is this little lady? But we find out it was Quan's auntie. And auntie was like, what y'all not finna do? Y'all ain't finna come in here and mess my baby stuff up that she done worked hard to get in this house. So at that point, everybody, they started leaving, right? And this is what I want to know from y'all. Do you think Heavenly started that? Do you think she was the one that stirred the pot and got everybody going at the back? Do you think, was she being messy boots? That's what I want to know from y'all. Drop in the comments and tell me what you thought about that. So, excuse me. So, Anita has a meetup at her house with Heavenly and Audra. So, of course, they're talking about the party. And Anita is trying to gas up what Audra did with the calculator. And I'm just like, nah, boo. That wasn't it. It wasn't giving. You know, I understand. You know, Toya kept coming for Audra, and Audra wanted to get back with her. And, you know, I don't blame Audra for trying to get back with her, because, you know, Toya did keep coming for her, but that was not the moment. That wasn't the moment, Audra. That wasn't the moment. So, anyway. But, yeah, Anita gassing her up like she really did something with that. And I'm just like, no. And so Audra's just letting everybody know that everything she came with at that party is nothing but public information. Because I think Heavenly was like, isn't that a HIPAA violation? Heavenly, we not talking about the healthcare, boo-boo. Oh, if y'all don't know what HIPAA means, it's just a thing in the healthcare field where you're not allowed to give out any kind of identifying information on your patients. And it can be something as simple as a room, with their room number. And then, of course, you know, obvious things like name, phone number, address, birthday, like that. You cannot give out anything like that. So, anyway, that's what HIPAA means. So, Toya, she's meeting up with Simone and Contessa. And Simone has mentioned now at this point a couple times that Toya did not handle herself well. Look, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Because if somebody came in my personal space and was all aggressive like that, like Audra was, baby, I would have smushed their face too. Probably more. Probably more. I ain't gonna even lie. Probably more. You know what I'm saying? But I don't put myself in those type of situations either. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too grown to be out here trying to fight. You know, so that just is what it is. But if you gonna start it, you definitely God working on me in that aspect. Oh goodness. Anyway, I want y'all to tell me in the comments if Toya reacted in a way that was appropriate for the situation or if not. And if you feel like she didn't, give me an example of how she should have handled the situation. Because I'm just saying, if somebody in my personal space and they all aggressive and then they make contact with your body or with my body, if that had been me, I don't know. I think I would have lost my cool too. And then Toya was on that liquor, baby. That thing was lit. So it was just not, it just was not a good situation all around. You know what I'm saying? So But I want to know your thoughts. Tell me what y'all think. So, back over at Anila, she's blaming Heavenly for what went down. Heavenly is pointing the finger at Anila for bringing the girl Zayna. But Anila was like, I didn't have a clue. You know, so Contessa also is pointing the finger at Heavenly. And, because now we back over there with, Contessa and, Simone and Toya. So, of course, Contessa, she's also meanwhile pointing the finger at Heavenly. Like, Heavenly stirred this pot. She did this. So, Toya let Simone and Contessa know that she and Eugene are good. You know, and we get that flashback of Toya and Eugene talking. And I like, you know, that Eugene kind of just let that roll off his back. Like, he didn't take to heart what was being said or let it start having him guess or feeling some type of way about his wife. Because he was just like, you know, if our marriage went strong, basically, this probably would be heading in a divorce. And, you know, he just said that they're just trying to anger you. They're trying to rile you up. They're trying to get an explosion. So just ignore it. So, yeah, I like that. But anyway, Toya said she didn't even know about the rumor. She said she hadn't heard that it existed and that was her first time hearing it. And she said that she actually thought that they were talking about Quad instead. So here go Contessa. There's a rumor about Quad too? Messy. So, anyway. So, Simone and Toya, they both like, yeah. And then Simone goes on to say she slept with one of her contractors. Now, Simone, you just did all this finger pointing at Heavenly, you know, talking about her having loose lips, and now you doing the exact same thing. You spreading the rumor. Because, baby, Simone didn't use allegedly. She didn't use supposedly. She didn't say maybe a possibility. She said that with her chest like she just knew. Like she was a voyeur in the room while they was getting it on. Allegedly. Oh, yeah, she's sleeping with her contractor. Who these women? They know they could be something else. So, moving on. They have really been highlighting the men this season. And I like that because it's painting our black men or just men of color period, because Kieran is not a black man, but he's a man of color. They've really been painting them in a good light. And I like that. I like seeing that positivity on national TV. So we get a view of the men, some of the men, with some of them, the male doctors, they doing their thing. We get Dr. Scott, Dr. Kieran, and Dr. Damon. So, you know, we just get an opportunity to see them in action, like kind of how they be doing to women when they show a snippet of them with a patient and maybe get like a idea what their patient's dealing with and how the doctors deal with it. So that's kind of what we're getting now from the men, though. So I'm loving how they're highlighting them. We've seen them take care of the kids. We're seeing them in action now on their jobs. And I feel like that's going to be, that's going to give a lot of young men or young boys of color something to look up to. Because sometimes people, when they don't have their reality in person, they see TV and they kind of try to base their life off of that. Even not saying that that's the best avenue, but when you're putting out positive stuff like that, that kind of sinks in and that can stay with a person. So I'm glad that they're doing it. You know, it wasn't really nothing about this scene that just stood out to me other than that fact, you know. And so that was it. Over at Anila, her mom are talking. She tells her that things just are not working out right. Things are just not working out. Anila's sitting in there washing dishes. She mad because she got to wash her own darn dishes. Baby, this what you do. That's called having a household. If you don't, hire you a maid. You know what I'm saying? This you don't want to do, hire you a maid. But yeah, so she mad. She's telling her mom things are not working out. And I'm just like, Anila's been a crybaby because her mom isn't cleaning up behind her. And then she wonder why her mom always treating her like a child. It's like because you are acting like when you're still having expectations of one. Like you want your mommy to come and do everything for you. Like, no, you're a grown-ass woman. You got your own freaking household. Take care of your household. You said you want her there to help you with the children. Right? Is it just me or is that too much? I mean, I just feel like she's expecting too much. Like, just because that was what Miss Gomez did, that may have been in Miss Gomez's job description. We don't know that. But don't expect your mom to do that when you said, I want you here to watch the children. Like, you are grown enough to take care of your own household. Woman, please. So, anyway. Anita's mama was like, well, she was wanting to leave anyway. She said she missed her son. Oh, is she ready to go back? I think to, what she say, Savannah, Georgia, maybe? I think that's what she said. Don't quote me on that. But she said she ready to go back to her own home anyway. So, we see Contessa. She's meeting up with her personal trainer, right? And he set her up with this posing coach named Baki, I think. I'm laughing, y'all, because this was so funny. So, when Baki, I don't know, y'all. So when he comes out, right, I'm trying to think, I want to be PC. Like, what's the, he was not a bad looking gentleman. I would say that. He was not my cup of tea. I'll also say that. But he also just seemed like he had a little bit feminine energy to him, right? But baby, you could tell Contessa nothing, baby. She was gushing all over him, right? And then she got in her confession talking about something if she wasn't married, baby. I said, ooh. And I'm just, it's funny to me because I'm tripping that this is the type of person or that she would be drawn to or attracted to that type of person versus someone with a lot more masculine energy, like the trainer per se. And I'm laughing because, you know, y'all know it, the word of the streets, you know that Contessa, she want to go test the mother waters if she hasn't already. So I just think it's funny or ironic that she's attracted to a guy that has kind of those feminine traits, you know, like. But I think if if Contessa were to date a woman, I think she would want a more feminine woman, a woman with a bit more feminine vibe. Because I feel like Contessa would kind of be more aggressive. I don't know. I could be a little wrong. I don't know. But anyway, I'm digressing. I digress. Let me keep moving. Let me just keep moving because I just found it funny. But anyway, moving on. Over to Quaz. They're celebrating her brother's birthday, right? Mace's father, the one that passed away. And so, of course, we only see them in the kitchen like we always do when it comes to Quaz and her nephew. That's their only place they can be, in the kitchen. So, anyway, the doorbell rings and little Mason, he goes to answer the door. And it was his mom. And y'all, this whole exchange was just weird. Like, the vibe was just weird. Y'all tell me, did y'all get that when y'all watched it? Was that weird to y'all? Like, I said it's maybe one or two things. And a keyword maybe because I could be wrong. I said they either had to do this scene solely for the camera. Like, maybe that's not how she really comes and enters the house. Or maybe she's staying there. I don't know. It just seemed like maybe it was acted out, that whole scene. So that's the first thing. Or two, I said Mason, he's not really caring for his mom right now. Like, to me, it has to be one of the two. Like I said, I could be wrong. It could be something else. But it just seemed like, their connection, Mason and his mom, their connection was not there. And it just gave off really weird vibes. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but that's just, you know, what came across to me on my TV screen. So anyway, I just can't quite put my finger on it. So they have dinner. And then after the dinner, they go outside by the pool, and they do like a lantern release, and each one is kind of saying something to Quentin, that's her brother's name, as they released their lantern. And y'all, it was so cute when they got to Mason. They was like, Mason, do you want to say something? The baby, that whole baby prayed. He's like, I'm going to talk to my father, and I'm going to talk to my father. Catch it if you catch it. I said, okay, boo. That was touching. That was a touching moment, just to see them continue to celebrate Quad's brother in their way. Because I know that has to be hard. I think Quad said he would have been 35. So young. So I know that's hard. Anyway, we see Jackie. She's interviewing for a new doctor. We get to sit in on one of her interviews. I'm guessing this is probably one of the ones she's leaning towards hiring since they allowed it to be seen on the TV. So Jackie, she's just planning to cut back her hours at the clinic and get her hands into some other thing. I said, baby, Jackie got it going on. What she say? Her tentacles in other areas. She said she's been working 9 to 5 ever since she became a doctor. Like, she's just been doing it 5 days a week, 9 to 5. I said, well, so she just said it's time for her to cut back on some of them hours. But yeah, like I said, Jackie got it going on. Baby making bank. We got that good old commercial from her right before this scene too. So yeah, she got it going on. We see Anila, and she's going to see Kieran for some fillers. I wonder how often she get them things done, because sometimes, anyway. So, but she says she's aging since her mom has been there. She's aging, so the two of them, they're plotting a scheme on how to get her parents out. And they want to try to get Miss Gomez back. So they're offering to get her a car, her own bedroom. And I said, record scratch? Where did y'all have that lady sleeping? Don't tell me y'all had that baby sleeping on a couch or something like that. Or pull out cot in the children's room or something. I said, no ma'am. Miss Gomez was out here. She was the babysitter. She was the maid. She was the plumber. She was the electrician. She the school teacher. And y'all done had that lady no room? Y'all could get her no room in that big ass house, y'all? Like, what? Yeah, I was floored when I heard that. We can get her, you would get you your own bedroom. Own bedroom? She had it anyways? Oh, yeah. Girl, bye. Anyway, later on, a couple days later, Anila's house is broken into, right? Thankfully, nobody was there. Nobody was at home. They were out. And so we just see her coming in. I guess, you know, they're just finding out what happened. We see her phone footage. So she's videoing the damage. And I mean, the house was ransacked. Everything was just turned over. And she was just saying that how they took so much of her stuff, like jewelry. I think she said her wedding ring. And somebody mentioned some family heirlooms, things that had been passed down from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. And I just say, I really hate that for her and her family. Like, that can just be so traumatizing. It can truly be a traumatic experience, especially for the kids, you know. So then we end up just kind of seeing footage of, like, everybody kind of finding out. Like, we see Toya and Eugene talking about it. We see Simone and Cecil. We see Quad calling Heavenly, and they're talking about it on the phone. So, and everybody was pretty much sympathetic to the situation. And Anila is saying that she feels like it was planned because they are in a guarded, gated community, and they have security cameras. So, as other cast members are pointing out that, well, she does have some enemies and nobody else home was broken into. Because, you know, remember, all the homes around them are just as luxurious as Anila's. So, why wasn't anybody else's home touch just Anila. So that was kind of the thought system put out there. And sir, like, if y'all got security cameras, they didn't pick up on anything. Like, she didn't mention it. But I'm just kind of like, because, you know, all the things she's putting out is if she doesn't know who did it. You know, she's speculating that it was planned, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, well, what happened to your security cameras? Were they not working? Like, what was the deal with that? And then I'm also thinking, do y'all not have, like, an alarm system? I know y'all are in a guarded gated community, but even with that, I still... a home that valuable, and I know then your possessions are valuable too, I would want like an alarm system. I know alarms don't stop people, but it would alert people to see what's going on and what's happening. And then when somebody breaks into your home, you know, better chance of getting them caught or whatever. So I just kind of was thinking that was weird too. But I don't know. We don't really hear much about that. So anyway, Quad, she's talking to Heavenly, and she's insinuating that she feels Toya may have set it up to happen. Like, she either let the people in or she paid the guard to allow the people to come through or whatever. So, and her thing is, Quad, talking about Quad, that just 2 days ago, they was fighting in my home. And so now all of a sudden, this happened. So yeah, she's kind of insinuating that Toya may be involved with this somehow. Because otherwise, how were they able to get past the guard? So, you know, personally, I don't think Toya had anything to do with it. Now, these ladies, they can be pretty messy and shady. But I just don't think to this extent. Like, I mean, I could be wrong. And if I am, I can come back and eat my words. I'm okay with that. But, again, I just don't feel like Toya had anything to do with it. What do y'all think? Tell me in the comments. Like, do y'all feel Toya had anything to do with it? I don't know. I just don't think she did. But I want to hear from you all. I want to hear from y'all. Anyway, y'all, that was the end of the episode. So we'll get some more next Sunday. And until then, I'll pray for you all. Y'all pray for me. And we will what? Watch God change things. Bye, y'all.